September's calm prevails. Beneath the blue sky, the Menorah stands and tells a tale within the park, a monument so grand, like some triumphal arch in this once victor's land. A symbol of a triumph, a victory profound. But truly it's the end of life on this dark ground. Babyn Yar. A 100,000 souls, all innocent and meek, when apples ripe and lush were at their peak. A bloody harvest filled with dreadful sighs was gathered by a ranting Führer full of lies. In captured Kyiv, proclamations were then made to avoid arrests, avoid the coming raid. All Jews and Roma from the capital cities hold, bring valuables and money, silver and gold. Some warm clothes, some water, bread, or matzah bread. For the Palestine you'll journey in a couple days. Instead, Babyn Yar. The inhuman plans of a possessed and hateful mind glued a total cleansing of all of Jewish kind, whether purebred Jew or half-breed not so pure. They were no longer seen as human, to be sure. And with them Roma were also swept away. The memory of pogroms from a darker day. Germany, a land of culture as they claim, and their great Führer, a figure of high fame. The wretched people thought and foolishly believed, and gathered simple treasures as they were deceived. For the Führer, they were told, had promised them a ship, a great ocean liner for a happy long trip that would grant them freedom and a blissful fate, a prosperous life for their people and a brand new state. Quiet moved along its way, like a river flowing silently at the break of day, with bundles, mothers, children, old and young, like lambs to slaughter, the silent masses strung. They float submissively, a humming, buzzing sound, like a swarm of bees on this awful ground. Some children left the march and tried to run and play, but the police forced them back into the line that day. Cursing filthily, their German rifles pulled, while children, wild and restless, could not be schooled. They had to run and play, the noise was loud and clear, but parents scolded them and led them on with fear. Onward to that silent, calm and endless grave. They finished off the wounded with no sight of a reprieve. Women with their infants and children left to grieve. They stared in horror at the bodies all online, heard the rifle shots through the green leaves of the mighty divine. The ancient oaks, they heard the children's cries. The machine guns chatter through a fiery light that flies. The German curses with no sight of a reprieve. Women with their infants and children left to grieve. They stared in horror at the bodies all around. Their parents who for some reason lay in that dark ground. And at the green flies buzzing over them in swarms, and fell themselves to join their parents in the storms, into the ditch filled to the brim with blood and hue.